Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Unquestioned Podcast. We're here with Debaere and Willem, Himpe, and we have a fun, feisty episode for you planned. But let's first get off. We, together with Relivo, with interns, we went to a vegan pizza place, and you are actually the man of Napoli pizza. And you were there as well. What did you enjoy it as much? The vegan pizza in Ghent, was it as similar as the ones in Napoli?
Well, nothing comes close to true Neapolitan pizza, but they did their best, and I think the name Neapolitan on their menu is warranted. So pizzas are already vegetarian there. There's no meat. It's just mozzarella.
The most
tomato.
insane thing was actually mozzarella, but no, it was like mozzarella created but with cashew nuts. So that was
Yeah.
It was
So
like a
that's
secret recipe or
That's
something.
what makes it vegan. And otherwise, the dough is already vegan, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, everything is it was quite insane experience, and as well because we went there, I really wanted to go there because one of my interns works there. But speaking of pizza and Napoli, there's many secret, let's say, recipes to get the perfect Napolitan pizza. But you, Louis, you as well went to kind of the, I wouldn't say secret Apple Academy, but kind of secret academy in Napoli, and you were there for a full year. And I really want to know kind of what did you do over there? What was your experience, and why was it so magical every time you talk about it?
Yes, a bit of history. So the Apple Developer Academy, as it's called, is not a secret, but nobody really knows what's going on there. So you can have it on your LinkedIn and use it on your resume, but no one that hasn't been inside and did not attend the academy knows what happened there. So I'll try to
go us through the journey of how did you find it out, and
I read about it on an Apple blog, and at that point I'd done just 1 year, my one and only year of computer science at Ghent University. But I was looking for something else, something more practical. And so at first the Apple angle drew me in. That's what got my attention. And at first it was like, is this for me, you know? But I had to take an entrance test, so that was the first step. I said, hey, why not? That was in May of 2017, I believe.
Was it as similar as, for example, an entrance test to work for a big tech, or was it very kind of, because
it was quite fast in different cities or in Napoli. So I went to the closest one, which was Paris, and together with a bunch, 50 other people, we got to fill in a questionnaire inside of the Apple office.
Awesome.
So we had a unique view of the terrace where usually only employees are allowed to go. So that was already a nice tease. Like I had a picture of the Eiffel Tower you could only get from the terrace over there.
Did you feel like it was already very secretive?
There was an air of mystery around it. I don't think it was on purpose, but it was also because the program is fairly new, and not a lot of stuff was in place. So sometimes the responsibilities were not so clear. But
And did you have to sign an NDA, for example, when you entered, or no?
No.
Ah, okay.
So these were what we will call the mentors that were there during the year, who came from Italy to take the test, to have us take the test. And then we received an invite for a follow-up Skype call. And I was so stressed for that. I still remember being very prepared, having a good background in the picture, and a nice shirt. And it was super short. They were just interested in my background, that I came from Belgium, and just wanted to check, hey, is this person legit? So there was not much to it. And after a few weeks and months of waiting, I received a ranking, and turns out I was ranked number 4
Wow.
overall.
Overall, how many people actually who got accepted?
1,000 at that point.
Oh, sick.
So and interestingly enough, the top 5% also got a scholarship from Apple. So that was handy to have some money in my pocket.
Wow. So you got it, and from those 1,000 people, how many eventually got in, or is it?
So I think 4,000 apply at the start of the funnel, and then in the end we had 400.
400 people.
200 in the morning, 200 in the afternoon. Some with more focus on design, and some focused on development.
Okay.
And so after all the administration was closed, I was invited to Napoli in October 2017 to start my first day, where I received the latest and greatest MacBook from Apple, as well as the latest iPhone. So that was for some people their very first Mac, and then it was an expensive one, the first one with the touch bar. I remember that was all very new.
Yeah.
So that was a good way to get onboarded and to see the space also, which we can talk about next.
Yeah. And what was the aim of Apple to doing this? Because they were all like students or maybe other people who wanted to start get into development. Why did Apple invest so much into these 400 people, and they keep doing it year over year?
Yeah, funny you should ask, because I believe if you would ask 10 people from the academy, they'd all have a different answer. So it wasn't very clear at first. What it is not is a way to work at Apple. That's not really the aim.
Yeah, you would expect that. Like,
No,
we're going to invest in the youth, and then hopefully they work for us.
No, I don't think they necessarily have to do that. It's one way for them to give back, invest in education, and it's really about the App Store and the ecosystem of developers and apps that they want to support. So think of it as Apple being the local supermarket, Debaere, and you're just one of the brands of peanut butter or Nutella in there. So they just want a vibrant ecosystem of different products inside of their store. So
because in a way that would be as well be bad if, for example, they would all go work into Apple, because they have this whole training at Apple, and it's kind of they stay too much in that same ecosystem, and all the apps that they would create or work on for Apple, it would all be with the same background. So you want as well, so such a diverse.
It's really not the goal. It was also not as technical as you would think. The idea was to have everybody on an equal footing, so to have some design, UX, and development experience, just to be able to talk and work together.
But everyone has the same language, actually, in a way.
Yeah,
language
well, a certain base layer,
yeah.
threshold of expertise, but it was actually more of an incubator. So the entrepreneurial aspect, that's what you really felt, and what I kept saying when it was over, and what I still say is that the people were the most interesting aspect, because I was the youngest one there, but you had people from literally all backgrounds, all ways of life, people that used to work, like were 40 years old and took a break. People from Brazil. I still have a very good friend, Michael, a frequent listener of the podcast from Canada. A Russian friend, friend in Rome. People from all over the place, and they all brought different sets of skills. So that really made it, just the perfect breeding ground for experimenting and developing new stuff. So it was all about working in different groups on different projects of a smaller scope at first, and then by the end you had a final project in a group where you had some more time. Yeah. Once you get to know everyone, and you know everybody's unique set of skills.
Yeah, I feel like as well because you always start brainstorming, and sometimes, because I studied business engineering, when you do a project together, you often have very similar people, so it always goes a certain way. But because there's so age, background, gender, ethnicity differences, it's probably very weird ideas sometimes that might come up, but might be able to change the world. Would you do it again? Was it definitely like, how much did it impact your career? Or if you, for example, did another boot camp, would it as well be a lot different where you would be now?
It impacted my life. It's one of the things that impacted my life the most. So forgetting about the stepping stone of my career and the name brand associated with it, forget about that. Just the unfair advantage of knowing all these amazingly interesting people, and being in a new environment, in Naples, which is like not quite southern Italy, but close. It was the best time of my life when I look back on it. So Apple was the reason, what got me there, but what kept me there was Italy and the vibe and the people.
And the people. That's a beautiful way to end. I would say it ends up with community and the people. It helps us grow as an individual and makes us feel alive. Let's say it like that. Well, Louis, thank you so much for sharing your story about the Apple Academy. Hopefully, a lot of our listeners and other people will get excited and maybe will apply to the academy. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you in the next episode of the Unquestioned Podcast.